Ende schon mehr Südter sein. Wie Vaterland magst ruhig sein, wie Vaterland magst ruhig sein. Fest steht und soll die Wacht an. When Johnny comes marching home again, hurrah, hurrah, we'll give him a hearty welcome then, hurrah.
This is an emergency action notification. This station has interrupted its regular programming at the request of the White House to participate in the emergency alert system. During this emergency, most stations will remain on the air providing news and information to the public in assigned areas. This is WGN Radio Television. We will continue to serve the Chicago area. If you are not in this local area, tune to a station providing news and information for your area. Do not use the telephone or telegraph. Telephone and telegraph lines should be kept open for emergency use. The emergency alert system has been activated to keep you informed. We interrupt our programming at the request of the White House. This is the emergency alert system. All normal programming has been discontinued during this emergency. This is WGN Radio Television. This station will continue furnishing news, official information and instructions for the Chicago area. If you are not in Chicago area, you should tune to stations providing news and information for your area. It is important that you listen carefully to announcements from the station in your local area. We interrupt our programming at the request of the White House. This is the emergency alert system. All normal programming has been discontinued during this emergency. This is WGN Radio Television. This station will continue furnishing news. The following message is being transmitted at the request of the White House. As of 7:58 Eastern Standard Time this morning, President Jack Reed has been impeached by Congress for un-American activities, and the U.S. Army has been invited to take control of the United States federal government until further notice. Chief of Staff of the U.S. Army General Douglas MacArthur is now the acting President of the United States, and has full executive and legislative powers to take whatever action he sees fit to ensure the safety and security of the American Republic. The first orders of General MacArthur are as follows. Martial law has been declared over the entire United States. Habeas corpus has been temporarily suspended. Civilians are being asked to return to their homes and stay indoors, and follow all instructions given by local police or military officials. The combined syndicates of America and the American Union Party have both been declared illegal for anti-American and anti-democratic practices, and their leaders and members are subject to arrest and imprisonment. The National Guard of each state has been put under federal control, and all members of the National Guard are being summoned to their muster points. Members of the National Guard who do not follow this call-up order will be declared deserters, and will be tried and punished in an Army court-martial. General MacArthur will speak on all stations shortly, so please stay tuned for this message.
Civil emergency. The Dominion of Canada has issued a civil emergency warning for southern Ontario, including the cities of Toronto, Ottawa, Mississauga, Brampton, Peterborough, Belleville, Kingston, Burlington, Hamilton, London, Windsor, Kitchener, St. Catharines, Simcoe, Sarnia, and Oshawa. As of 8:29 a.m. Thursday, units of the Combined Syndicates of America have attacked some or all of the areas listed. Residents of the listed regions should seek shelter now. Please remain calm. Panic will not help you at this time. If you have firearms, you are permitted to use them to defend yourself. Please shelter in your homes until evacuations can be organized by local officials or the Canadian Army. Further reports of attacks have been received in British Columbia, Manitoba, and our allies in New England. The Canadian Army has engaged the CSA invaders in this unprovoked attack on our nation. The reserves are being called up to help defend the Dominion in this most dangerous hour. The Royal Canadian Navy is being put to sea to engage with the enemy, and the Royal Canadian Air Force is currently conducting bombing raids on New York City, Chicago, Washington, and Minneapolis. His Majesty King Edward VIII and Prime Minister William Lyon Mackenzie King are currently being evacuated from Ottawa to a safe location, and will speak on CBC Radio Canada in the near future. Premier Pétain has assured the Dominion of Canada that the French Empire will be coming to our aid, as will the rest of the Entente. God save the King.
Le Dominion du Canada a émis un avis d'urgence civile pour le sud de l'Ontario, notamment les villes de Toronto, Ottawa, Mississauga, Brampton, Peterborough, Belleville, Kingston, Burlington, Hamilton, London, Windsor, Kitchener, St. Catharines, Simcoe, Sarnia et Oshawa. À 8h29 jeudi, les unités des syndicats combinés d'Amérique ont attaqué certaines ou toutes les régions répertoriées. Les résidents des régions énumérées devraient chercher refuge maintenant. Si vous avez des armes à feu, vous êtes autorisé à les utiliser contre l'envahisseur. L'armée canadienne a engagé les envahisseurs de l'SCA dans cette attaque non provoquée contre notre pays. D'autres rapports d'attaque ont été reçus en Colombie-Britannique, au Manitoba et dans nos alliés en Nouvelle-Angleterre. Les réserves sont appelées pour aider à défendre le Dominion dans cette heure la plus dangereuse. La Marine royale canadienne est mise à la mer pour s'engager avec l'ennemi et l'aviation royale canadienne mène actuellement des raids à la bombe contre New York, Chicago, Washington et Minneapolis. Sa Majesté le roi Édouard le VIIIe et le Premier ministre William Lyon Mackenzie King sont actuellement évacués d'Ottawa vers un lieu sûr et s'exprimeront prochainement sur CBC Radio-Canada. Le Premier ministre Pétain a assuré le Dominion du Canada que l'Empire français viendra à notre secours, tout comme le reste de l'Entente. Que Dieu sauve le roi.
In folgenden Regionen wurde ein Notstand ausgerufen: Elsass-Lothringen, Rheinland, Luxemburg, Baden, Württemberg, Westfalen, Essen und Flandern-Wallonien. Der Krieg mit der Kommune von Frankreich hat begonnen. Alle Reserveeinheiten des Landwehr werden aufgefordert, sich sofort in der nächstgelegenen Kaserne oder Waffenkammer zu melden. Das Schicksal des Imperiums und ihrer Familie kann auf ihrer Tapferkeit, Loyalität und Hingabe beruhen. Zögere nicht, lass die Franzosen nicht gewinnen, bevor die Schlacht vorbei ist. Zivilisten in den folgenden Regionen, Elsass-Lothringen, Rheinland, Luxemburg und Flandern-Wallonien, muss sich vorbereiten, um zu evakuieren. So schnell wie möglich nach Osten evakuieren. Wenn sie nicht evakuieren, werden sie sich und ihre Familie extrem in Gefahr bringen. Wenn Sie eine Familie haben, die nicht in den angekündigten Regionen ist, gehen Sie zu ihnen. Wenn Sie keine Unterkunft haben, wird Sie die Polizei in Notunterkünfte bringen. Wenn Sie keine persönliche Transportmöglichkeit haben, gehen Sie zum nächsten Bahnhof oder Busbahnhof, und der Transport bringt Sie zu den Evakuierungszentren außerhalb der Gefahrenzone. Nehmen Sie nur einen Koffer oder eine Tasche mit Kleidung und persönlichen Gegenständen für jede Person in Ihrer Familie mit. Mehr wird nicht in Notunterkünften erlaubt sein. Zivilisten in folgenden Regionen, Baden, Württemberg, Westfalen und Essen müssen sich auf Luftangriffe vorbereiten. Französische Flugzeuge können industrielle und militärische Ziele in diesen Gebieten angreifen, auch wenn sie nicht an vorderster Front sind. Lauschen Sie den Sirenen der Luft, um frühzeitig auf Angriffe aufmerksam zu machen, und evakuieren Sie sie in Kellern oder Luftschutzbunkern. Vor dem Evakuieren die Gas- und Wasserversorgung ausschalten und alle Brände löschen. Zivilisten in dieser Region können sich darauf vorbereiten, zu evakuieren, tun dies aber nicht, bis sie es erfahren. Du wirst dich und das Imperium in Gefahr bringen, wenn du versuchst zu fliehen. Kaiser Wilhelm wird dem Reich heute Abend über Radio und Fernsehen eine Ansprache geben. Aber mit unseren Verbündeten und unseren tapferen Soldaten werden wir uns in diesem Kampf gegen den gottlosen Syndikalismus durchsetzen. Gott mit uns.
Sing Matilda with me, waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda, you'll come a waltzing Matilda with me.
We apologize for the interruption to this broadcast. Please stand by for a broadcast of the National Emergency Warning System. Emergency warning is incoming. We apologize for the interruption to this broadcast. Please stand by for a broadcast of the National Emergency Warning System. Emergency warning is incoming. This is a broadcast of the National Emergency Warning System. The current threat level is emergency warning, meaning an imminent threat is ongoing, and you need to take immediate action to survive. Enemy aircraft are currently bombing the following locations: Darwin and Port Moresby. Possible attacks may occur in Sydney, Melbourne, Wellington, Perth, and other locations along the Australian coast. Seek shelter, now. Seek a place of safety, now. Seek shelter, now. Seek a place of safety, now. Damage is serious, and casualties are expected to be high. It is believed that the aircraft are from the Japanese Empire. No declaration of war has been received by the Australasian government, so this is an unprovoked attack on our nation. If you are in a major city listed above, turn off gas and douse open flames. Take cover in an underground room, basement or an air raid shelter. If no such shelter exists, go under a sturdy table to protect yourself from falling debris. Avoid windows and doors, as glass may be broken and cause severe injuries. Do not stay outside. If you are unable to get indoors, lay flat in a ditch or depression, and cover your head. Do not leave your shelter until the all clear is given. Water mains may be damaged after an attack, so firefighting may be difficult. Stay tuned for further instructions.
これは緊急空襲の警告です。ロシアからの爆撃機が差し迫っている。東京、神奈川、千葉、埼玉、茨城、栃木、群馬の関東の以下の県で気をつけてください。航空機が到着するまでの時間はほとんどありません。自身を守る。近くにいる場合は空襲の避難所に行く。転倒する可能性のある物体から身を守ってください。テーブルや机の下で体を隠す。あなたの家に火を置く。すぐに詳しい情報が提供されます。さらなる情報が入ってきました。関東地方のロシア航空機が標的を攻撃しました。東京、神奈川、埼玉で火災が始まった。中国地方と韓国ではさらに空爆が報告されている。天皇は無事です。死傷者は高いと予想される。損害は重度と報告されている。帝国空軍はロシアの爆撃機に従事し、それらの多くを破壊した。韓国での戦い、トランスニュール、法王政権が続き、日本人兵士たちはロシアに対してうまくやっている。さらなるニュースは後で提供される。
This is the BBC from London. A matter of grave national urgency is in progress.
Please ensure your television or radio is audible and stand by for further information. This is the BBC from London. A matter of grave national urgency is in progress. Please ensure your television or radio is audible and stand by for further information. This is the BBC from London. An invasion of the Union of Britain is currently underway. Forces of the German Empire and the Reichspakt are currently landing along the southern coast of England in Norfolk, Suffolk, Essex, Kent, East Sussex, West Sussex and Hampshire. Forces of the Entente are currently landing on the western coast of Scotland in Ayr, Renfrew, and Dumbarton. Air attacks are occurring throughout the Union of Britain, including the cities of London, Edinburgh, Glasgow, Southampton, Liverpool, Birmingham, Cardiff, Cambridge, Dover, and other locations, hampering transportation and military mobilization. Martial law is now in effect. All motorways are closed for military use. All train services will terminate at the next stop. Civilians are expected to continue working in essential industries, while the designated non-essential workers are expected to return to their homes. Obey all instructions given by military or police. Infractions or disobeying orders will be met with a summary execution. All militia units are to be summoned at their designated rally point. Militiamen who do not comply will be summarily executed. The Grand Protector Oswald Mosley has issued the following statement: the Union of Britain is currently fighting as the last refuge of syndicalism in the world. The people of Britain are expected to fight the invaders of the reactionary, capitalist tyrants and kings of Germany and Canada with all their might. Should we fail now, the rights of the workers and the people will be forever extinguished. So do not flag or fail now, do not give in, do not surrender. We shall fight the tyrants, the so-called King Emperor from Canada, and the bloodthirsty Hunnish Kaiser of Germany. The Union of Britain will not fall.
Wie